CISL 650 presents The Best of Food and Wine with Anthony Gismondi and Kasey Wilson live from the Wines of Canada stage at the 2017 Vancouver International Wine Festival. Now, here's Tony and Kasey.
Welcome back to the Best of Food and Wine. I'm Tony Gismondi.
I'm Kasey Wilson.
Man, we've got a superstar in the studio with us today. It's not you, Kasey. I know. Kathy Malone joins us. She's a winemaker from Hillside. Welcome back, Kathy.
Oh, thank you.
Great to have you. You brought my favorite wine in BC at the moment.
I did that for you.
It's so great, this wine. I wish well, we are kind of on television too, so maybe people can see the color of this wine. But how are you?
I'm well.
Are you feeling the love out there? It seems madness.
It is. It's crazy. It's. I wondered what the afternoon event would be like, and it's like the busiest I've seen.
I know. It seems even busier in the evenings.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's good.
It's exciting.
A lot of love for BC wine.
That's it.
Canadian wine, BC wine.
That must be it. I don't have a lot of love
Maybe
for it.
just Naramata bench wine. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's probably what they're here for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, have you been? Where have you been in Hawaii for a few months, or how does that work? You haven't worked since the harvest, or no?
What? What's this about? I'll tell you how hard I've worked. We've been bottling like crazy just to get this to you.
Okay,
right?
Great.
Second week of January, we started our bottling run. So,
wow.
Yeah.
It's almost like the palest rosé you've ever seen.
It is, or it might be like the darkest Pinot Gris you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Hillside Unoaked Pinot Gris 2016 under screw cap. It's really a fabulous wine. Can you tell us how it came about? Or?
Yeah, well, I mean, the color is really just a byproduct. Pinot Gris, as you know, is a red skin grape, and I like to give it some skin contact. Not because of the color, but it brings fruit into the mid palate, and so the color from year to year can change. The amount of skin contact is more based on the level of ripeness, the temperature of the fruit coming in, and it varies from press load to press load, or vineyard block to vineyard block, right? And so I don't always know until it's actually in the bottle, how it's going to look. And my marketing people are like, is it going to be the same color as last year? I'm like, it's not about the color. It's not about the color.
Yes, it is. It's about the color now.
So is it the same color as it was last year?
I think it is, and
looks pretty
it's
close.
Something winemakers don't really like to admit. It is somewhat temperature dependent. So if you in your fridge for a couple of days, it may be a slightly different color than on
really.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like a mood lamp.
Interesting.
If you're happy, it's a little bit darker, and
Right.
I think you should change the name too, because I love to do those kind of things too.
I know you do.
I know.
Instead
I've heard you say that.
of unoaked, maybe you should say it's unrosé Pinot Gris.
Unrosé.
Yeah.
But is it unrosé or is it?
Well, I don't want to confuse it with that. I think it's such a great wine, but
faux rosé. I don't know. I don't know.
Faux rosé.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? What I can tell you is we sell out every year, and I make more every year. And I get a lot of grief from our
Put the
agents.
price up. Slow down the sales.
Well, I wouldn't mind putting the price up, but I don't want to slow down the sales.
How much would people pay for this delicious wine?
At the winery, $19 a bottle.
Oh, my goodness.
What a steal.
Mm-hmm. How much do I pay for it? Well, I'm not going to say.
I think it's terrific. Why don't we just talk quickly about 2016, say, versus 2015 on the Naramata bench? Was it the same for this wine? Was it a completely different experience in that growing season?
And I'm sure you've heard about the growing season. It was one of the most unusual I've seen since I've started in the industry many centuries ago. Mm-hmm. But the Pinot Gris was a little different from everything else. Most of the varieties came in with fairly high yields, and it was a challenge to kind of manage those yields down, and the Pinot Gris was a bit light in yield. So I think that has resulted in this really big presentation on the palate. the fruit concentration is quite stunning. And although 2016, after the warmest, earliest spring we've ever had, was probably the coolest summer in some time. We basically had, 1.5 weeks of summer in August, and then it was done. The Pinot Gris tastes like a much warmer year, I would say.
Well, for me, it's perfect. Way to go.
There's so much happening up at Hillside.
Yes.
Bistro's going to reopen soon.
Yeah, there is. And we have our chef Brent Pilon has been. This is his second year as head chef. He's tweaking the menu again.
Yes.
I know. So, we put some investment into the kitchen and added another line. And what that allows him to do is add more sort of share plates to the menu, which is really important to him and to us because it offers a fuller wine experience, right? It allows you to have, more than one plate with more than one wine. It's more of a food and wine pairing experience than, if you're just having the
Yes, exactly, the main course.
Yeah.
I think, everybody likes sharing plates, so I think it's a great idea, and especially at a winery.
And it gives, you can try more things and try more wines, right? Which that's what I like to do.
You have, you and your owner have sort of conspired to just make Naramata bench wines quite a while ago now.
Yeah. I mean, we went full bore with that as of the 2013 vintage. Yeah. But our flagship, Meritage style blend has been 100% Naramata bench fruit since 2006.
Right.
Which is, I would say a gutsy move.
Yeah.
Yes. We feel gutsy.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah. And I mean, it's challenging, for instance, with the Pinot Gris, because as I say, we have a huge market for it, and so we try to increase production. Yeah. But I'm staying true to that philosophy, and just looking for growers on the bench and trying to keep the same fruit profile and that sort of thing.
Just get Duncan to buy the bench, and then you can you can sell off grapes to other people when if you don't get what you need.
I'll talk to him about that.
Yeah. Okay, you brought a Cabernet Sauvignon, so
I know.
it's
crazy, eh?
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Who can grow that up there?
Yeah.
Right? Well, when I started I started in 2008 at Hillside, and we have this vineyard is just to the north of us, and it's actually owned by one of our shareholders, and they had just planted in 2005. They planted this Cab Sauv, which I thought was crazy at the time. But, as the vines came of age and we started to taste the wines, I knew we had something really special there. It's a lovely wine. And then a couple of years ago, so we did a bottling of, this goes into our mosaic, of course, into our Meritage blend. But in 2012, we added it to our single vineyard series and started doing a standalone Cab Sauv. It's always under 200 cases. It joins our single vineyard Merlot series. But just after we bottled it, I was visited by the husband of our founder, Vera Klokochka, and I gave him a bottle of it, right? And he said to me, Vera planted the first ever row of Cabernet Sauvignon in the valley. Like,
really?
I said, well, I know I still have that row of fruit, but I didn't know it was the first. And he said, everyone gave her advice that she should only plant whites and it should be hybrids or Germanics. And so Vera said, oh, really? Let's see how Cabernet Sauvignon does. And apparently she made 1 barrel's worth of this wine. The year before her husband came by, I had our vineyard management group graft over that row to Muscat Occidental, and their endeavor was 100% unsuccessful. Not one graft took. No, that was a really good thing, because now I still have that first ever row of Cabernet Sauvignon.
Good.
So after I spoke with John, what we did was we split off the irrigation regime. So now, we're growing this one row much smarter than we were. And I think maybe with the 2017 harvest we may be able to have a barrel ferment.
Yes.
And see what we can do with that one row.
So how old is that? Are those grapes?
So
or those
it
vines?
would have been 1984 planted.
Wow.
And then the Howe Vineyard is just the next block to the north of that. So yeah, it's kind of a fun historic wine for us as well.
It is, and it's a great place to visit.
So a single vineyard cab from Naramata Bench.
Yeah, 2014.
Yeah, very cool. Howe Vineyard, by the way, if we didn't say that earlier. Kathy, how much do we pay for these two wines? Are they free, or do we have to pay some dough, I guess?
Well, at the winery, the Pinot Gris is $19, and the Cabernet is $33.
And how much have you made of the cab?
It's 184 cases for 2014. It's available only through our wine club. It's a wine club exclusive wine. So
wine clubs have really become important as well in the Okanagan, and we've been, you can't join 100, but we've been suggesting to people that maybe you should join 5 or 10 wine clubs in the valley or something.
You could suggest maybe just one.
Just one?
No.
And I could tell you which one.
Yeah.
Yours plus. Our wine club, we have really loyal members. Our wine club members are awesome, and we've doubled it in the last year. So you can see on the website what the situation is. It requires a 1 case commitment per year.
Yep.
6 bottles in the spring and 6 in the fall. And for that you get a 15% discount anytime you purchase from the winery. So
nice.
There's no downside to it.
No.
My mother can tell you that.
So you can go there for dinner and get a discount on your wine too, or how does that work?
Okay,
no?
Yeah.
Now that's different, right?
On the wine that you purchase.
Yeah. You're so good.
You're working the angles there.
I'm working the angles. Were you plowing snow this winter, or are you okay up there?
Oh man, we had a brutal winter.
Yeah.
I've stopped shoveling. I've reached that age.
That's what I did. I started shoveling in Vancouver, and I said, this is nuts. But it's good. Is it not good for your vineyards to get some snow or to shut down?
We don't know.
We don't know.
It's not harmful. I mean, the temperatures haven't been cold enough to threaten the vines,
right?
For sure. But as you know, last year was the most unusual growing season we've seen. Right, the earliest spring ever. I think we're going to have a late spring this year because the lake almost froze over. Like parts of the lake froze over, right? Yeah. So it's going to be, spring will be pokey this year, I think. So I'm already worried about that.
But that's not too bad. It might get you by the frost danger then, or things start later.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And what are you going to do this year that you're really excited about?
I'm going to start working with Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, great! I love to hear that.
Don't tell Duncan though, okay?
We need to be way better at Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah. Well, I know Sauvignon Blanc.
I know Albertans love Sauvignon Blanc. They buy it by the gobs, No, I'm just kidding. They're really not white wine folks, but I love Sauvignon.
Yeah,
especially if it's like this Pinot Gris, if it has that kind of delicacy and interest and length. Why are you punching me?
You have to say goodbye to your girlfriend, yes.
Are we out of time?
Oh,
Look at everybody's saying we're out of time.
I thought we were running out of stuff to talk about. Wait.
I thought maybe you bought like the whole hour or something, and
Yeah, that's right, we did.
Okay. Kathy, great to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you. We'll see you in the summer.
Thanks for bringing those 2 wines. We'll come up and see you. I'll see you probably before the summer, but we'll be up in the summer too. Kathy Malone, she makes the wine at Hillside. Great experience when you go there, both in the tasting room and the restaurant, and a great lineup of wines. You should join the wine club. Then you get 15% off every wine you buy. That's the way to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Sam Holmes is joining us from Yalumba Wines in Australia. Stick around. You're on the Best of Food and Wine, and we'll be right back.